Welcome to our YouTube channel today. I'm your host, Augustus Machok. And today we have two guests who are going to talk about peer pressure in campus and college. Welcome to our channel, and today our topic is peer pressure. And I'm here with
Lucina and Faith Obachi.
These are postgraduates, and they are going to share their experiences with peer pressure. So, first, Faith, how can you define peer pressure?
Peer pressure to me is getting influenced by peers to do something you're not ready to do, or something that doesn't stand by your principles.
Okay. Do you have any personal experience with peer pressure? Time in school, university, high school?
Well, I believe most of us do have peer pressure experiences, also in colleges, since that is when you are getting into adulthood and these things you really want to explore. My experience with peer pressure was when I was in college, and my friends at the time wanted us to go somewhere, and I came from a family that was not that well off, so I had to take a loan to go to that trip, though I did not have enough money at the time, so it cost me so much and it took me so much time to get back the money that I spent, which I had borrowed for some years. So that made me learn that peer pressure is real. I got through that experience, but then it took me so much time to do that.
Okay, moving forward, Lucina, what is peer pressure to you?
To me, I can say is when you're influenced to make a choice so that you can fit in to a specific group or friends.
Okay, can you say peer pressure is negative energy or positive energy, or is it both?
It can be both. You can be pressured to make a choice, maybe studying. You can be pressured by your friends to do positive things and as well as negative. But mostly it lies on the negative side.
Have you ever observed any peer pressure among your peers and colleagues?
Of course, peer pressure in campus is real. My friend groups in campus, they used to go out and all that. So sometimes I wanted to fit in, so I would just go out with them if I didn't like, just so that I can be with the clique. Okay.
So you can fit in.
Yeah, so you can fit in.
And how did you manage to resist peer pressure in college dealing with that? Because you can see most of the students or comrades don't make it out of peer pressure and they end up in not a good standard after school.
It depends on your goals. Mostly for me, I remembered where I came from, how it took so much to get where I was, how my parents struggled. So I was like, no, I can't continue doing this.
And Faith, do you have particular strategies to avoid peer pressure, maybe ruining your life? Or how did you come out of peer pressure?
I cannot say I have strategies to do that. I feel like when you are in the right mental space, but most of the time when you are being peer pressured, so you have to know what you want. If you know what you want and if it does not align with what you've been pressured to do, I feel the earlier to come out of it, the better. Because the thought of pleasing these peers of yours, they do not care as much as you think they do. So you will be surprised that you're just doing this for yourself and not for anyone else. So you just have to focus on your goals and avoid it as much as you can. If your peers or friends do not align with where you want to be, I think the earlier you cut them out, the better.
This might be personal, let me ask. I'm presuming you had friends in your college. Were they a negative or positive influence towards you?
I feel like I cannot say they were negative because those friends I had and whatever we did led me to the person that I am today. So the experiences we shared which might be positive and negative, and what I've made me who I am today. So, yeah.
Okay. How did you make decisions about what was right for you, despite what people expected from you?
Okay.
It's okay, you can process.
At the end of the day, I knew what I came to school to do. I knew what my parents expected me to go home with. So I did not continue with the negative side of the peer pressure I was involving myself in. So I had to make the right decisions, like, do I go out this time? Do I skip school and all that? So,
Okay. And in that process, did you feel isolated when or judged by your peers because you not give in to peer pressure?
yes, of course, and you may lose friends on the way when you choose what you want and not what they want you to do. So yes, I felt like I lost some friends, but at the same time it was for a good cause.
Okay. To be successful, you have to lose something.
Yeah.
And Faith, do you find it difficult to distance yourself from certain people who might be close to you or around you?
I do. And I believe once I do have a certain bond, it's really hard to break it. But then sometimes when you put yourself in that meeting, yeah, you realize these people are not good for you. This person is not good for you. You have to cut them. As much as it feels lonely, it feels hard doing it. It's a big challenge, but I had to do it.
Now we're moving forward to support systems like mentors, family members, and professors. Can you share an experience of a role member who supported you to avoid the negative impression, or who advised you the right way to move forward?
Okay. Now, for me, I could say it's my big sister Ingrid. At the time, I really needed support, and I felt like I could not do it because one, I think growing up, and the peer pressure shows you. How can I say? Peer pressure and trying to avoid those people makes you feel like you're alone. It's a big challenge if it's something you've never experienced before. So when I really needed someone, she was there for me and she advised me, which really got me through the darkest places. I didn't think I'd get out of.
Shout out to your sister Ingrid.
Yes. Shout out to
She
her.
did the good swag.
Yeah.
So, Lucina, how important is it to have a strong support system when you're here? Like, how can you say, is it important to have someone supporting you when you're facing negative influence from your friends?
It is very important to have people you look up to have people who support you. Because during when you're avoiding those friends with peer pressure on the negative side, you may lose most of them on the way. So as Faith said, you might feel lonely, you might feel alone. So having people to talk to you, to support you, to get you through it, it's important.
How did resisting peer pressure in college help you graduate in terms of career?
First, on the positive side, when you see those friends you avoid doing things with during the exam time and you're like worried, oh, how is this going to happen now? Why have to do the exams? And you're there just relaxing. That was a good feeling when you know, oh, I did this for a purpose. So, what was the question?
How did resisting peer pressure help you graduate in graduation?
Yeah, it made me, I had time to study, I had time to go to classes, so yeah, it made me personally.
Okay. So, Faith, if you look back at the time, what can you say contributed to your well-being right now?
To my well-being in terms
of life, after school?
okay. If I look back to my college times and maybe the peer pressure or what, yeah. I think when you go through those experiences, it makes you see life in different ways. It makes you see from everybody's, well, most people's perspective, considering maybe you had a lot of friends that. And once you've experienced that and gotten back to your real self, I feel like it gives you tunnel vision on what you want to do in life, which is what contributed me to graduate and to live the person I am today. Yeah.
That's nice. And what advice will you give to struggling students with preparation in campus?
Oh, I will tell them peer pressure mostly comes when you want to please people, when you're doing things so that you can be accepted. I will tell them people do not care as much as you think they do, because this is a phase. That person that you think you want to make happy by doing that thing, I'm sure they care so little about it. So one thing you can do is just focus on yourself. Focus on yourself and do what you want to do. Do not be pressured to do something you don't want to do because you want to please somebody else. You know what you came to school to do. And I'm not saying that you should not have fun, you should not enjoy yourself, but I'm just saying you have to focus. Trying to fit in different cliques and groups is not going to help you out of it unless it's a positive support system. I would advise that you do something that aligns with your goal. If the clique is for, let's say, negative things like alcohol, drugs, and maybe spending or living way above your means, when you really know where you come from, they do not care as much as you think they do, and that is something you should avoid. You should avoid it the earlier, the better, because once you're in too deep, it gets so hard to come out of it. That is what I would say.
So I think we should accept our lives and live with our standards.
Yes, live within your means.
Okay. And finally, Lucina, if you go back and give yourself advice, which advice can you use mostly to deal with depression?
You don't have to fit in, so you can. You don't have to fit in, just be you.
Be you. Okay, thank you. And completed as where you graduated from?
Oh, I graduated from the Cooperative University of Kenya. Oh, me as well.
Yes.
Well, I graduated from, how can I say, the Kenya Technical Trainers College and Kenya Red Cross Training Institute, and I'm hopefully waiting to finish my degree from Kenyatta University. So, yeah.
So 3 courses.
Yeah.
From peer pressure.
No, well, there is peer pressure, but now.
But you overcame it.
Yeah, you overcome it, and peer pressure can be good too. Because let me say one more thing. I know you're finishing up. Peer pressure can be good too because we speak a lot on the negative peer pressure, but I experience positive peer pressure because there is 2 to 3. There's a group of 2 to 3 friends I have that really encouraged me. They made me go through it. Like right now, they will push you to do better because they know your potential. So that is the kind of friends you want to keep. Because they pushed me and I got back to school and I did what I could do it. Yeah.
So we should look for friends who push us to our limits.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I think you should be a mentor.
Oh.